Megan Gattey last updated 11:34, March 23, 2018. If you are we in New Zealand? And would deleting our Facebook accounts solve anything? How hard is life without it? Read more. Asterisk how to avoid Facebook data traps. Asterisk Facebook faces backlash as it's outfoxed by Cambridge Analytica over users' data. Asterisk Zuckerberg summoned by politicians as data firm faces search as Facebook has not confirmed whether any Kiwis were caught up in the US data harvesting scandal. Will Easton, who runs Facebook in both Australia and New Zealand, said Facebook would take the necessary steps to protect user data. What happened with Cambridge Analytica was a major violation of trust, and we are taking this issue incredibly seriously. Privacy Commissioner John Edwards said he was monitoring investigations into the harvesting of data from Facebook users, but has not yet decided to launch his own investigation. Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg has been asked to appear before British MPs who are probing the misuse of users' private data to help swing elections. Internet's chief executive Jordan Carter said despite the real concerns raised by large-scale sharing and use of user data, broader problems behind data management were not being addressed. The same platforms that connect people also track their activity, and can feed targeted advertising and other content to influence people's behavior as consumers and citizens. He said, there are issues here around sovereignty, the value and use of data and the implications of data management. There's a real need to open a conversation here in New Zealand about these issues. No one really knows how much data people hand over online, and how much of that is harvested. Neither Facebook nor Twitter delete user data, which means much of the data already available will be there forever. Tracked and traced. Victoria University Media Studies lecturer Kathleen Keane said everything people did on Facebook was tracked and traced. There is no privacy and security on Facebook. Every time you go on Facebook, what you do on there, what you liked, post, your friends, the website you visited before and after, your interests and so on, are all collected, stored and, often, sold on to third parties. But the privacy agreement users signed when joining up detailed that Facebook would not pass on personal data, information that personally identifies you, she said. However, researchers have long shown that even anonymized data sets can easily be traced back to users. The Cambridge Analytica controversy evidence that data isn't always anonymized when collected and passed on, she said. I'm not really sure why we're surprised about this, but it'll be nice if governments wake up to it and institute stronger protections for transnational data flows. What can you do to protect your data? Those concerned about their privacy could control their privacy settings and institute stricter controls over their accounts, Keane said, but that doesn't prevent other people within your network from violating your privacy in some way, either. This could be in the form of a friend sharing a photo that you're in that you didn't want shared, or one of your friends participating in a third-party app that requires your friend to provide the app with access to their entire network in order to use it. That is exactly what happened in the Cambridge Analytica case. About 200,000 people used a purported research app to fill out a survey, unknowingly giving away the data of 50 million of their collective friends. So privacy and security are something we constantly have to negotiate when we participate in digitally networked platforms like Facebook. Individual responsibility only takes you so far, Keane said. If anyone is worried about privacy and security, then you don't need to just get off Facebook, you need to get off the internet and your mobile phones, disconnect your smart home and all the other digitally networked devices or platforms that enhance their functionality and or monetize by way of data collection. Should you delete Facebook, choosing to refrain from social media could impact your social life, career, and the ease with which you use other apps and online programs. Many apps and programs, such as Spotify and online access programs for libraries, now offer the option of registering and signing and using a Facebook account. What happens if you don't have one? In most cases, you can use an email account instead. What is more complicated is what happens when you delete Facebook after using it to sign into other apps or programs. You lose access to those apps and programs as well as Facebook. However, if you go into your settings, and then into the apps section, it is possible in most cases to change the form of login to an email address or other form of social media, but even then, the data don't disappear. Facebook's website says, it may take up to 90 days to delete data stored in backup systems. Your information isn't accessible on Facebook during this time. Some information, such as messaging history, isn't stored in your account. This means friends may still have access to messages you sent after your account has been deleted. Copies of some material, example, log records, may remain in our database but are disassociated from personal identifiers. The apps are watching on Facebook. Your name, profile picture, cover photo, gender, networks, username and user ID are always publicly available to both people and apps. It's the first thing Facebook tells you in the Apps section in the settings. Apps on Facebook can also access your friends list and any information you choose to make public. If you scroll down in the Apps section, and find apps others use, Facebook explains that people who have access to your information can bring your information with them when they use other apps. To prevent this, you have to manually switch off each category. Apps that your Facebook friends use can access your information, unless you deselect all these options in your privacy settings. Avoiding Facebook. Aucklander Tracy Hill, 46, said in 2017 that she didn't have Facebook because she's just not that interested. I'd love to see all the real things people are doing, like celebrating birthdays and sporting achievements, but I don't want to see, this is what I had for dinner, this is me at Bruce Springsteen, here's my kitchen renovation, is of no interest to me whatsoever, she said. Privacy rules in NZTHE Office of the Privacy Commissioner said all organizations and agencies operating in New Zealand, including